from the Timber TV studios, this is TimberTalk. Here is Brady Goldman and Sawyer Regan.
Hello and welcome back to the show. I'm Brady Goldman and you're not Sawyer Regan.
And I'm Owen Alfont, filling in for Sawyer Regan, who is in detention.
Ugh, yikes, Sawyer. We have just a couple more weeks of the spring season with the playoffs only in a few weeks, so let's begin with softball. The wagon just keeps on rolling for Coach Sprague's softball squad. On Monday, they traveled through the dense forest of Newton to battle the 9-3 Tigers. Fortunately for our team, they emerged victorious. In an extra innings classic, Walpole defeated Newton North 3-2 in one of their best defensive showings of the year. Pitcher Ellie Bolin pitched her best game ever, going an astonishing 9 innings with 17 strikeouts and just 4 hits allowed. It was Caitlin Baker's game to shine as in the top of the 6th, she knocked in the go-ahead run and eventually did so as well in the 9th with a triple, going 2 for 4 with 2 very clutch plays. Walpole wins a gutsy 1-3-2 and moved to 8-2 on the season. The Timberwolves then had a deserved 2 days rest before being set to face Lincoln Sudbury at home on Thursday. The girls got it done once again with another convincing 9-4 win. Ellie Bolin went 3 for 4 with an RBI, Caitlin Baker had another 2 doubles, Grace Todd went 2 for 3 with 2 RBIs, and Kayla Benner also was 2 for 3 with a run batted in. Walpole's record improved to 9-2. Then finally to end the week, the girls were set to seek revenge against Weymouth. The last time these two teams played in Walpole, the girls played their worst offensive game of the season and had numerous errors defensively. However, since that loss, Walpole has racked up 6 wins in a row and we're looking to go for their 7th. And second time's the charm for the Timberwolves, as this game was nothing like the matchup on April 15th. Walpole thrashes the Wildcats 8-1. Ellie Bolin got her revenge with an angry 11 strikeouts to go with a complete game and only allowing 4 hits. It was the senior captains who led Walpole once again, as Caitlin Baker went 3 for 4 and Grace Todd went 2 for 4 with 3 runs. Walpole has exercised their past demons and have now won 7 straight, winning by an average of 7.3 runs per game. It's no surprise that Walpole has re-entered the top 5 in the standings and is clicking on all cylinders heading into a crucial stretch of the season. Walpole's schedule this week is incredibly hard. They will try to split with Braintree on Monday, play 10-3 Milton on Wednesday, and Attleboro on Friday, the current 3 seed in Division 1. If they can squeak past this week with at least 2 wins, they will prove that they're a fierce team to beat come playoff time.
Switching to baseball, it was another 2-game week for the team. On Monday, they played Newton North and shut them out 7-0, and Luca DiGiulio gave up just 1 hit with 10 strikeouts, and Ryan McDonald had a great day at the plate with 2 singles, a triple, and 2 stolen bases. Walpole then took on Weymouth, who they beat 2-1 in their last outing, but to many surprise, Weymouth came into Walpole and not only won, but shut out the red-hot Walpole squad. Landon Lipstadt gave up just two earned runs, but Weymouth was able to knock him out of the game and put up 3 more before beating Walpole 5-0. This marks Walpole's first loss this year in the Bay State Conference and may no longer hold on to the top spot in Division 2. They were number 1 before this game on Friday, but now may fall a couple spots because of their shocking defeat. Walpole will try to amend their disappointing end to the previous week when they enter a critical period when they play Braintree and Milton on Monday and on Wednesday.
Girls tennis had 2 games this week, and despite better play as of late, they could not beat the talents of Newton North in Framingham. Despite their abysmal record, the team still stands at number 26 in the current power rankings. The team will play Braintree on the road on Monday and Milton at home on Wednesday.
Boys tennis after an immaculate week, had a date with Newton North on Monday. Even though the Tigers failed to take the Timberwolves seriously at times, the first doubles team of Matt Anastasi and Luke Moses pulled an upset against one of the better double teams in the state. Still, the team would lose 1-4. Then, on Tuesday, the boys were upset by Framingham 2-3. This is only the second time that Framingham has beat Walpole boys tennis in the last 10 years. Before this, the team sat at number 4 in D2, but once the next power rankings come out, they may see a slide similar to the baseball team, since being a top 4 team in the division requires little margin for error. Because of rain postponing their Weymouth match from last week, the boys have hopefully their final 4-game week of the year when they host Braintree for senior night on Monday, host Weymouth on Tuesday, travel to Milton on Wednesday, and take the trip to Curry College on Friday when they play Catholic Memorial.
Girls Lax had 2 games against bottom feeders last week before one of their biggest games of the year for Walpole sports. They demolished Braintree and Weymouth and then had a clash of the Titans, which would take place Friday night. Number 2 in D2 Walpole versus Notre Dame Hingham, who is largely considered to be the best team in the state for Girls Lax. There were many lead changes and great play from the Hagans, Ava McLean, Emily Dunn, and Riley Halloran, but the Cougars outlasted the Timberwolves 12-10 and snaps Walpole's 24-game winning streak dating back to last year, which also ironically started after a loss to Notre Dame. Walpole drops their first game of the season, but there's nothing to be ashamed about. Walpole is still number 2 in Division II and are still looking very deadly. Walpole will take out their anger against Milton on Tuesday and then Natick on Friday.
Switching to the boys, they had 2 games this week, including their senior night on Thursday. They first took care of business against Weymouth on Tuesday. Seniors Dylan Needham and Jack Webb each had 3 goals. Michael Connors and Thomas Cusack each punched in 2. And Ben Hochberg, Michael Donnelly, Matt Mannion, and Alex Scales all had 1. Walpole moved up to 11-2 with the impressive win. Then on Thursday, Walpole had their senior night against Braintree and demolished the Womps 14-2. With the stellar play and a 12-2 overall record, the team sits firmly at number 9 in D2. They will play Lincoln Sudbury this week and Natick this week. The boys' track team wrapped up their season 7-1-1 on Wednesday with their wins over Braintree and Framingham. Then, this weekend, the boys competed at Frostoff and the Twilight Meet. Great performances came from Kyle Vayu, who won the javelin at the Frostoff Meet, Arnold Obermetsa, who won the 100-meter, and Brady Thomas with a school record time of 49.17 seconds in the 400 meters. They look forward to compete at the conference championships next Wednesday and the divisional championships the week after that.
And that's going to do it for us this week. As always, I'm Brady Goldman.
And I'm Owen Alfont.
Make sure to tune in next week as we look closer to the end of the spring season.